All right, Mr. Evan Hufford, welcome to the potty, my guy. Such a pleasure to finally meet you, man. Heard a lot of good things about you. I know you and Brayden work together. And he was like, "You got to get this guy on the pod, baby. Got to get him on." So we're here. We're here.
Get him on, dude.
Heck yeah,
Yes, sir.
I was pumped when you told me about it. So
Love that, man. Love that, man. So yeah, if you could just kind of, tell everybody who you are, what you do, all that fun stuff, man. Go for it.
Yeah, so my name's Evan Hufferd. I'm 24 years old. Got this little baby face going on for a long time now. But I'm an actor currently in Florida. I'm from Texas originally. I've been kind of all over the place. When I first graduated high school, I moved out to LA to follow my dreams. I started social media as well, probably all the way back in 2012. So I've been running around on that, doing it, and that kind of helped push me out to LA to be able to afford things. So I was out there for 3 years until the pandemic hit, and then that pushed me out, and I was like, what am I going to do? Not going to go home. So of course, social media led me to a lot of new friends. So I moved in with a couple social media friends in a house in Illinois, and I was there for a year and 4 months. And then Florida in November of 2021. So here I am, continuing my dreams from here.
Welcome to the place where all the crazy people are, man.
Sunshine
A little wild. So are you
Yeah.
feeling like a Florida man finally? Are you kind of giving into that a little bit, wrestling alligators, that kind of stuff?
I mean, I'm getting out fishing, trying to do something.
There you go. Love
Get out in that Florida sun. The
Love
humidity.
that,
There you
dude.
go, baby.
Yeah, dude. Oh, bro, the humidity's been
I was
crazy
gonna say
lately,
that
man.
humidity will be killer though.
I just saw a TikTok the other day, and it was like talking about how Floridians, it's sunny in the sky, and they're like, I can smell the rain. I can smell the rain. Get
It's
inside.
true, bro.
And then
It's
all of a
true.
sudden you just
And it starts pouring. No, that's what's weird, dude. It'll be
Yeah.
sunny out, and then a freaking hurricane will hit. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
crazy, dude. I mean, I remember a story when I was younger, dude. I was in like 3rd grade, and we were outside jumping on the trampoline. We had animals and stuff, like some steers, and my dad was like, "Hey, we have it looked like one little dude. It was such a small cloud, yeah, and it was like a little, maybe a rain cloud, maybe not. You know what I mean? It was just not even fully gray. It was like kind of like a off white." And he was like, "All right, the wind is kind of picking up a little bit. It's what it was, bro." And he's like, "Hey, you want to the off white cloud is deadly, bro. Trust me." He's like, "Yo, go let the steers into the pen or whatever." I did, or let him out of the pen. So I went and did that. And dude, by the time I was back to the main gate, back to the house, we had, I think it was was it called a EF2 or F2 tornado?
Yeah.
Right outside of my house, bro.
Oh wow.
I mean, it happened, bro, in the span of maybe 2 minutes. I'm not even joking. Like, it was wild, bro. And then our trampoline ended up like 4 houses over. Like, dude, dog, this Florida weather, you never know, bro. That was a 95 degree day.
running from the barn like,
Bro, I felt like I was in Twister, dog. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was wild. But I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. Welcome to Florida. Sorry about I-4 and the turnpike, but I'm sure you're used to it by now.
that one's rough.
Yeah.
The trip to Tampa.
Oh, that's never fun.
no,
That sucks, dude.
it's always added like 40 minutes for some
Oh, what's worse is car insurance in Florida
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
bro.
because of that.
Dude, everything in
And I
Florida, price-wise, is just shooting up.
Oh yeah, sure.
I mean, everybody's moving here. You know what I mean?
They all want a little bit of that humidity, don't they?
Yeah. That Florida weather, baby.
That Florida weather.
But no, that's really cool, bro. Now since we're on the topic of kind of like moving from place to place, I want to kind of ask about that, dude. I mean, you've been to LA, you said Illinois, Chicago, around that area, and then now you're in Florida, man. How is that kind of going from place to place? I mean, you seem like you said you were in LA for what, like 3 years, you said, and then in Chicago for a year. So how does that? I don't know. What's the experience been like for you? What's the differences? Do you like that? Do you not like it? Do you want to settle down? What's your kind of feelings on that?
I mean, I like sit here and I think about it, and I'm like, wow, like I really have been all over the place. Like, what am I doing? What have I done? What's going on? But as I look back on it, like LA was great, for 3 years. I did a whole bunch of background work there. I was doing short films. But when the pandemic kicked me out and led me to Illinois, I wound up there and really didn't enjoy it. I wasn't enjoying things. I wasn't really finding my place in LA, but I think that's also because I was 18. I had just moved out of high school. Like I went to LA a week after graduating high school.
Wow.
So I wasn't ready for the real world. But the best part about that is because I wasn't ready for it, it taught me everything. So now that I'm in Florida and I've learned all these experiences, I'm like full force happy, full force going for my career, full force, trying to do everything I can. And I know what I'm doing and I know what steps I'm taking and I know what steps I need to take next. So Florida's been the best so far. I know that I don't want to be here forever. Hopefully maybe next year I can move up into Atlanta market and do some stuff from out of there as well. But I just let the road take me where it takes me. And I just tell myself I'm never going back home. I'm not giving up and I'll just continue what I'm doing. So
Yeah.
There you go,
No,
baby.
I love that, dude. No, that's awesome. Yeah, no, I mean, I just being able to have those different experiences, man. Like experiences are what shapes us into who we are. And
Absolutely.
you go into LA, Illinois and all that, dude. Definitely two different or three different worlds now with Florida. So
yeah,
I always call like Florida, California's like methed out cousin. It's what it pretty much is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We have the beaches, we got the theme parks like that, but we got the crazy people as well. But no, that's so cool,
Wow.
dude. I love that you I
Wow.
love that you kind of you're going all over the place, man. Because I could tell it's not only growing you as an actor, but it's growing you as a person too. You know what I mean? With all these different interactions and all these
100%.
different cultures. So
Yeah, that's
that's
what it's all
incredible,
about.
man. Yeah, 100%. I had one other question that was gonna be a follow up, and I just totally forgot. My mind's blanking. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang, Brayden, do you want to take over?
Yeah,
God,
I
it
gotta go on.
was. Go
Because
for
you were
it.
already talking about it. I remember when I first met you on set, we were talking about a lot of your background work and the stuff you did in LA. And I want to ask, how is it different now being here in Florida after all these years of being in the industry? Is it harder now that you're trying to adapt to being that leading man? Do you think it was it was more useful of you to have done that background work in LA, like that experience carries over? Like, how do you feel about all that?
100%. I think I thought I had what it took when I went, and
Mm-hmm.
right now I'm like, there's absolutely no way like I would have gotten in anything. You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know. Like, and I came from theater. I had a theater background, but like, obviously that doesn't matter. I was going into film. I was making a transition that I didn't know anything about. I went in on my own and I did what I did and I learned the experience that I did and that definitely taught me so much about the industry. I got led into a fake agency that I worked with for a year who was trying to make their own show. So I filmed every weekend for them for a whole entire
We
year
talked
for
about
free.
this.
And a couple actors had left but got fired, and so they were like, "We're gonna have to restart." And I was like, no. That was after a whole
No.
year now. No. So I parted my ways and that just taught me, a lot because when I first got it, it was like the biggest dream thing ever to me. But those are things that I needed to happen to like learn, like
Yeah.
those serious things that made me emotional, like, because getting into that and then realizing that it wasn't anything and not wanting to tell people like this, that about them and just kind
Yeah.
of bottling it up and keeping it within myself like crap, dude, I'm screwed, I'm stuck with these people, I'm done, what am I going to do? And so I was still with them just before I left LA, so that was also a great way to get me to leave. But I was like, they're not doing anything for me, so it's not going to hurt to ask to leave. And then they did give me a big deal spill about it, but all things are well, and I wish all those people the best, but it just wasn't right, obviously. So
Yeah.
I moved on. But yeah, definitely learned from all the experiences there. I think social media as well has played a big part, because of the acting content that I produce
Yeah.
has led me to, you know, expand and just see all these different characters and things I can do on my own with my phone or my camera, so.
Well, and that's another question I had, man. When you did get started, obviously you said you had a theater background. But what was your kind of process in getting into film and TV? You said you started with the videos. Was what platform was it on? Like YouTube?
Yeah, so I mean, basically I started live streaming on you now. Um, I did that for quite a while. I think I got up to about 50,000 followers. That was like 2012, 2013. I mean,
Yeah.
years ago. Um, I met some friends. We tried to start a YouTube collab group. Completely went wrong. Like one of the guys like tried to hack our own YouTube and stuff. So that just fell apart literally after 2 weeks. But one of those guys became one of my like best friends. I was actually in his wedding a couple years ago.
That's awesome.
And he what did he what did Alec do? Yeah. Wait, what was I just saying? This is my brain just spanned out.
No, you went to his wedding. You became his best friend, one of your boys.
Oh yeah, Alex. So the YouTube collab group that we went from started musically. This was way before it was TikTok, and I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
But he's like, dude, you should get on this app. Like, I've got like 5,000 followers in like 2 days, and I'm like, okay, like I'll hop on. So me and him start doing this, and I amassed to like 36,000, I think it was when I got crowned, is what they called it in the Musically days. And he had already been crowned and got his followers, but after my so many days and I got my crown and I had 36,000 followers. I was like, is this what I want to do? Do I want to continue to make videos? And I was like, yes. So I mean, what's it been? I started musically in 2015 of September. Now it's 2023, however many years that is. But
Crazy.
yeah, I've been making
Almost eight.
videos
Almost
almost
eight.
every single day. I've missed, a day or two, maybe like 5 in between, but I really haven't like ever missed like a week or anything more than that in posting videos. So it's it's given me a lot of experience and
Well,
it's really cool.
and while we're on the topic of you of like so you're on TikTok as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and drop that for everybody listening to go check it out?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. My username is at Evan Hufford. Yes, EvanHufferd.
Let's get it,
Yeah,
baby.
boy.
Dude, no, I have so much respect, and I know Brayden can attest this as well. Like, it's so hard to post consistent content, whether it's
Oh yeah.
Instagram posts or YouTube or like this podcast is like the only thing that I'm like consistently posting
Yeah,
on.
right.
And it's only because we do it once a week. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
dude, the fact that you're doing this every single day, coming up with new content as well, not running out of ideas, which is insane. I have so much respect. Now, what is your process for that? Like, how are you finding new content? Do you write everything out like a month prior, or like how are you going about it?
I mean, there's a lot of ways. Throughout the years, the algorithm has changed
Hmm.
so many times. So
Mhm.
there's, I used to be able to click other people's content or other people's pages and like click through their following on TikTok. There's something like that you can't do anymore. You can't see through their likes. You can't see through their followers. It's very private. So the best way to go about things now is, I mean, anytime I'm on TikTok scrolling through videos, I get distracted a lot. We all do, and we're just
Mhm.
scrolling. But I'm trying to keep in my brain, and usually I'm on TikTok to look for audios, to find audios. I'm going through other people's related content like mine and going through recent videos. I'll go through acting hashtags. I'll look up, acting edits.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes there's like, those, the fangirls make some really cool edits, and a lot of times it'll have a little voice acting in there as well to do with it. So I'm always on the clock 24/7, thinking about what am I going to film next.
Yeah.
And I'll bookmark it on my TikTok and film it the next day. You know, I always try to get that video in mind the day before, but it doesn't always work.
Hmm.
When you don't have it ready, you'll sit there for 3 hours and get distracted on TikTok, and then it'll be 5 p.m. and you're like, oh man, I need to get something posted.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you start
But
going
yeah,
through and you get that one video TikTok puts on there and it's like, hey, you've been on here for 2 hours, time to put the phone down. It's like,
yeah,
bro, you don't gotta call me out like that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like,
leave
come
me
on, bro. Leave
alone.
me alone, man. No, that's no, that's
Like
dope, man.
they're listening, bro.
That's what, bro, that's what I'm saying, dog. They
yeah.
know. They know. But no, that's awesome, dude. Has your content changed over the years and in what way?
Most definitely. And I think that's the part uh that took me the longest to really figure out. Because I didn't post acting content. I mean, I kind of did in the Musically days, but I was way more of a comedic person. They had badges on profiles, and I had a comedic badge because I just made a lot of like funny videos. I don't even really know how to explain them. It was just like a song, and I would do clips, and I jump in here and then jump in here and say it, and
Yeah.
people loved it. So and then I kind of grew into, especially when I went to Illinois and lived with those guys. They were who they also do TikTok. They were doing a lot of prank videos. So I transitioned into that for quite a while. And I kind of did that in LA. I even did some dance stuff. And then through all that time I did do acting as well, videos. I That just wasn't my main thing on my profile.
Sure.
And then I don't know when it was, but one day it just hit and I was like, why am I doing this? And I was like, do I like it? Am I enjoying it? Like, I don't even know anymore.
Hmm.
That's the point I got to. And I was looking back at old videos and I'm like, dude, like I love these acting videos. I love making these. Like, I don't care if they got 5 views and no likes. I would still be making them, every single day.
Yeah.
I love
Because
that.
so yeah, it helps me with acting, but it's not even because of that. It's just I enjoy making that. It used to be more of a passion, but it serves solely as my main hobby for sure.
And then look at you now, man. It's working out for you. I mean,
Yeah, right.
I always say, success follows your passion because, and the main reason for that, it might not be what people think. It's because there's a certain type of motivation and effort that you put into your passion that you're not going to put in any other thing in life, you know?
Hmm.
So the fact that you kept going after, dude, is something I admire because most people would just go after the views and then not be happy with themselves or get burnt out easily. You know what I'm saying? So I really enjoy that you kind of went after that, dude. I respect that for sure. Yeah, Brayden, I'll let you take over the next question, man.
Yeah, no. And it kind of even gateways in. We were just talking about how you've done social media for a while. Going back to some of that camera work, we've seen you play emotional roles. We've seen you play comedic roles. What's one role that you've always wanted to play? And like what genre would that be in? What would the character story be about? Have you thought about it?
Every actor's thought about it, I think.
Every actor's thought about it.
Come
Like
on now.
you
But I
have
mean, it obviously it's hard because I love doing anything. My main thing as an actor is I never want to be typed. I want to
Mhm.
be very versatile as much as possible. Um, but I would say like a drama romantic thing, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe rom-com, but I don't know. I really like the drama for sure, but maybe drama action. I think drama for sure because I love whether it's yelling, crying, being numb or whatever it is. I like to encapture all the emotion that I can. That's like my favorite thing to do because I want people to feel through the screen. So
I like that
I
a
mean,
lot.
and you can do that, through comedy and stuff, but drama is definitely the lead way for sure.
Yeah.
So
I
Yeah.
like that, dude. No, I'm with you. Yeah, no, I've done drama myself. The one show I'm in is a heavy drama, dude. And like you said, there's so many more emotions to unpack, and not just that. In a lot of
yeah.
dramas, you're also hiding emotions. So
Oh
there's
yeah.
like these underlying emotions that are kind of toppled on with
That
the
sub
emotions that you're
basement.
kind of giving out. Exactly. So it's just so much fun to do, man. So no, that I love that, brother. I
It's so
love that.
fun.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. And
Um, go for it.
oh yeah, I was gonna say, aside from that, what are some what's like an amazing experience you've had on set with it could be with like one person, it could be with a group of people, it could be like rap, it could have been an audition. Like what is your favorite acting moment if you have one? Or if you just have like a few that you're like, damn, like I sat there, I was like, man, I love acting. This is why I do this every day. I put these videos up every day for this.
Okay, so and you know about this because we both did, you know what we both did. I don't know if you've ever said it or if we even if we're allowed to say that out loud. Are
Yeah.
we?
I told Logan about it. I've talked and mentioned to him about it.
But yeah, so that I would honestly say that I got to do a set on the beach for a show with National Geographic, and
Yeah, bro. Oh wait, no, I didn't.
I
Yo, I didn't tell him about that. Yo,
No,
that's crazy. That one's
oh, you did
crazy.
it?
No,
no.
that one's crazy.
Yeah, so anyways, I filmed 2 days with them. It was just kind of like there wasn't no audio, it was all MOS, but they were filming a reenactment and I was the victim. I'm probably telling too many details. Oh well. Anyways,
Who cares?
yeah, it's not that
Screw
important.
'em.
So um anyways, that was probably my favorite thing where I sat there and I was like, holy, like not even like, oh my gosh, I love acting. It was like, oh
This is
my
awesome.
gosh, like I was so pumped, man. I was calling my parents and I was telling them about my day. I was texting my brothers, I was telling them everything that happened. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like I'm obsessed. Like I don't just love this, I'm obsessed with this, man. Because I was out there the first day we filmed in the pool, and then the second day we got to film at the beach, and I got to film
Mine
in
was
the ocean.
backwards.
And so being out in the ocean with, you know, it was just me and then the other actress and then, you know, the crew members. So it just felt so surreal being, you know, blocked off and swimming in the ocean for work.
So
Like I
yeah,
was like on a board swimming in the ocean and I'm just sitting there like this is the best thing ever. I'll never give it up.
dude, totally coming from somebody who's been in a very, very, very similar position. It's an amazing experience. I totally understand that. That's freaking
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
That's
definitely.
dope.
Yeah, so that's definitely my most exciting moment. But I've had plenty of exciting moments throughout all the years and the time where I've sat there and I'm like, man, I love this. Even on background, man. You know, I knew I didn't want to be in background anymore at a certain point, and I was like, what's the next step? But um, you know, I still sat there and was like, you know, I want to be that actor. You know, I'm
Mhm.
sitting here because I'm learning from these guys. I'm learning from set. Like being on those sets taught me a lot. I got
Yeah.
to learn the ins and outs of everything being
Yeah.
18 years old, just moving out to LA.
Mhm.
And so I was ready to, you know, push myself. And I think things like that made me think that I also was ready when I was first out there. But, you know, I keep looking back and I'm like, man,
Dude,
I was
nothing can
Yeah.
compare you though, man. Nothing can prepare you
right.
for the real world, man.
Nothing. You know, if I
Especially
stayed at
LA.
home and then just now started acting or just moved to LA, it's like I'd go through all that, you
Yeah.
know. So
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
you
right.
you
That's
you definitely
crazy.
took the harder route, I would say. But you also matured quicker. You grew quicker. You know what I mean? Even if you did wait until now and moved out to LA, you still wouldn't be where you're at now. You know what I'm saying? Like you've gone through
100%.
every single thing you can go through do when it comes to life. So, or at least you could go through to this point. So, you're
Yeah.
killing it, bro. One question that I have, and this is a question I get all the time from my followers on Instagram when I do Instagram lives or when we do the podcast. Um, there's a lot of rejection in the industry, obviously. I mean, we audition all the time. We don't get the majority of them. How do you deal with that rejection and what motivates you to keep moving forward? Is there something specific or how do you deal with that? You know what I mean? When you do an audition, maybe you get an audition you love. Maybe it's freaking, let's say it's like, I don't know, Stranger Things, or if when Breaking Bad was going, you got a Breaking Bad audition. Like what's if you get a super cool audition like that, how do you just move on and not try to think about it too much?
Um, Obviously we all think about it. You know, we can tell ourselves like this, that, this, but there's always going to be thoughts that try to push. But the main thing I do, I don't know if you're religious, but I'm very religious, and Jesus is honestly my way of getting through things like that. Um, Whenever, you know, I have a big audition and I don't get it, or, you know, I'm really anything that I'm just not happy with, I just think about like he's got something else, like Jesus has something else for me. Like I don't need to worry about this. There's always something next. There's all these things, all these streaming services, all these things being filmed. In every show you watch, even like The Office, and you look back at all the people that auditioned for these characters, and you're like, they weren't even right. Like the person that got it was right. And so I always tell myself the person that gets the role is meant for the role. And that pushes me through a long way. But definitely Jesus is my root of, you know, I just go to him and, let him guide me through to, focus on the next thing and not what's gone.
I love that. No, I'm a Christian as well. I was talking to Brayden about this yesterday or a couple days ago. There's a plan. You know what I mean? And that's my mindset as well. I mean, everything happens. God's plan. Everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And
100%. Yep.
And one thing, and this is like the big Christian debate, is like, does God control every single movement you do, every single thing you do? In my view, and I told Brayden this the other day, is like, I see it as like God's has these multiple doors for you, right? And these are the decisions you make. But I feel like the closer you get to Jesus, the closer you get to God, the more you can kind of, dictate which door to go into. You know what I mean? God might nudge a door open a little bit. You might see a little bit of light, and then that's the door you go to. You know what I'm saying? And that's my view on it as well. So I just think if you just go into that right door, whatever happens, it's meant to be. You know what I'm saying? That's why you get closer. Exactly. You get closer so you can finally kind of see it a little bit more, see it through God's eyes, you know what I mean? And see those opportunities open. And then, like you said, bro, everything happens for a reason. And I'm the same way. Just keep moving forward. I especially when I started out, man, I mean, I still don't really get anything. Get maybe 1% of what I auditioned for. But it just takes that one role, man. And for me, it was, Creep Show. And then I got Sweet Magnolias, and then Stranger Things. It just builds and builds and builds. It just takes that one role. And that's something I'm so glad I stuck with, dude. But it's so funny you said that. I have the same exact process. Just everything happens for a reason, and you just got to keep pushing forward.
That's my motivation every day. Logan's literally proof. He's like,
I mean, you sit there and it's like, how can you dwell on it? Because you can't do anything about it.
Right.
So why, it's only going to bring you down and make you want to quit and hate people and all this stuff. So it's like, it's all negativity. So I just push it away.
No, yeah, dude. Yeah, never go mini golfing with this guy. This guy comes back from the Stranger Things premiere. Yeah, I met Mike Myers and Jimmy Fallon and all that. But Brad, stick with it. You'll get that role. And I was like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. And think about it, Brady. You've done so much since then as well.
Exactly. Yeah. So you know what I mean? I gotta trust in my father here. This guy.
There you go. Awesome. Brayden, I got one more question left, but if you want to ask one.
Yeah, I actually have one more as well.
Go for it.
This has actually intrigued me for a while, Evan. Obviously, as actors, we work out our bodies, and we go to the gym with some trainers. And I've seen you've worked with Doug Rinhouse and Jen Jerikis. I don't want to say it wrong. Even a masterclass with Kevin Spacey. So I wanted to ask how you ended up taking the Kevin Spacey. Is it just like the masterclass online? How did that?
Yeah, it was way long ago before they removed it. Actually, still have the whole course on my computer too, which is awesome. So I can always look back at it. But
I actually have seen a clip because my coach from LA showed me a clip that they took out. It was just like him doing like a speech or something. I just want to ask how did they all compare, and what individual tools did you take away from these individuals?
So many different things. Masterclass was kind of my first thing.
Yeah. And how was that being the very first thing? That's a big thing, man. You know what I mean? That's awesome.
It was awesome. And the reason I got into that, because I remember earlier, I think we got off subject or something, but when I transitioned from theater into film, I had went to a film camp in Tyler, Texas, about 3 hours from home, going into my senior year. And so when I went there, there was literally only 14 kids there, and they put us in 3 groups. We were there for 8 days, and they made us make a short film. So they gave us all the equipment. We wrote it, we filmed it together, all these things, and they gave us things to write about. Like we had to do certain things. When I made that first short film, that's when I found out that I wanted to make that transition. So I went home and I was like, what's the first thing that I can do that's gonna like help me? And I was seeing these masterclass ads all the time. And I think, obviously I probably didn't learn a lot from it,
Mhm.
but I definitely learned enough, and I got to kind of see how a professional worked and how he worked with other people
It's
and
that
seeing them.
knowledge of it all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
visualize
I mean, he would
and
like,
hearing
he'd
it.
like give them monologues and stuff to like prepare, and then they do it, and then they do it, and he'd be like, all right, do this part this way. And he's like, go again. And then they would do it. So that was just really cool to see. And then yeah, so the CCM was the camp I went to for uh the the short film thing that we made.
Yes.
So that was really cool. That I learned so much from because I got to use cameras, I got to act in front of the camera,
And this
I
is
got to
what you said what got you into TV and film.
yeah. So I was introduced to not just acting, but the film industry. And I think that's what serves my passion so much for just the industry. And I'm not just like, I love acting. I'm an actor. It's like, no,
Mhm.
I love film, man. Like I love directing, I love producing, I love writing, whatever it is. And I think that was 100% because of that, because you might go to film camps. I don't know what they would teach you, but I honestly didn't know what I expected. And it was
Mhm.
the best thing ever to go to. And I remember that was like for that weekend, my dad was like going to Chicago for like his birthday, and they were gonna go watch the Cubs game. And two of my brothers went with them, and I was like, I want to go to film camp. So I missed out on that. But my dad paid for me to go, and I went, and I never regretted it. And they were totally fine with me going there. Like, this is gonna, make him see what he wants to do.
Yeah.
And I was like, so,
Dude,
That's
but
fucking
yeah,
sick, man. That's sick.
supportive parents are the best, man. I mean, like
yeah,
that.
100.
It's dude. They're. I wouldn't be here without them, dude. They sacrifice so much. So I love hearing those stories about parents that are always supporting their kids and letting them follow their dreams, because there are a lot out there that just don't care,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
and want their kids to go to college and get a degree and whatever they want. You know what
You
I'm
go
saying?
back to
So
the family reunions, and they're
yeah.
like,
Mhm.
"What college do you go to?"
Yeah, about that.
Yeah,
But no, dude,
About that one.
that's really cool to hear. I'm glad they were there with you, man. That's always so refreshing, bro. And then obviously I know you said earlier. I want to touch on this. Is the thing I was want to talk about when we first started. That just kind of lost, and it kind of goes into this question. I know you said you want to go to Atlanta, man, and that's gonna be your next move. I agree with that 100%. I think Atlanta's where it's really gonna be at. I mean, dude, I know you know this already, but Atlanta, man, it's becoming something big. I mean, you got Disney out there, you got Marvel out there. It is Netflix. I mean, it's really moving out there. Everything's filming there. So no, I think that's gonna be a great move for you, dude. I love it. What I love about Atlanta is you have the city, but you have the small town feel, and all the little
yeah,
towns around it, which is what I love, bro. I was telling Brayden about that. Like, if I was to move from Florida, Atlanta would be the place is where I'm gonna go, because you can get away from the city, but still be like 20 minutes from the city. So if you need to go to the city, you can
yeah,
go.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
everything's kind of right there. So it's perfect, except for Highway 20, which definitely sucks. But no,
Yeah,
it's
I've been through it.
dude, it's
It's not fun.
scary. No, it's
Yeah.
definitely, it's like claustrophobic. Like Florida, it's more
Yeah.
open. We got crazy drivers, but it's more open. Atlanta, everybody's like, the lanes are like, I don't know, man,
That's strange,
half of
yeah.
the size of the lanes here. So it's like so
Yeah.
claustrophobic. I hate it, bro. But no, that kind of goes into my last question, bro, which is like, what are your goals moving forward in the industry? I mean, what are your plans? What are your aspirations when it comes to everything regarding acting, regarding your TikTok? What are you thinking moving forward, brother?
Continuing everything I'm doing, and doing better at what I'm doing. I don't want to stay in the same spot but yeah, I I don't even know what's next, man. I'm just kind of always by the book, and always just pushing. for what's next. I don't know what's next, but it always comes to the table pretty fast. I'm doing a lot of short films right now. Like you said, I want to move to Atlanta next year. I'm hoping, really hoping, like I want to live here, but I want to live there as well because I'd live here and then I'd just drive to Atlanta when I need to be. But I just don't know how it's all going to work out. So we'll see how the tables play. But yeah, I mean, my biggest dream in life is to be like I don't know necessarily maybe a producer or a director or what you want to qualify it, but like I know this sounds crazy, but this is a legit dream of mine. Whenever I turn like 40, 50, like I really want to open up my own production company like Warner Brothers, and I want to build studios, set lots, and I want to build apartment complexes and like little like house street sets and stuff on a big piece of land. With a whole bunch of, you know, other people and investors and filmmakers and producers, directors as well. But like that's like my biggest dream, and that's not necessarily what's next, but that's the biggest goal. And with acting, my biggest goal is to, you know, make art that's livable but beyond my years. Sean Thompson said it best. He's a director and friend I worked with out here in Orlando. So I want to speak through the screen to other people. I want to let them know that it's not bad to feel emotions. You know, it's normal. It's, you know, normal to cry. It's normal to get mad. It's normal to freak out or get confused. So no, you know, don't worry, man. Don't stress. Live it day by day and trust God. So.
Great answer, man. God, my boy's been media trained. But no, Brayden, are you good? You have any other last questions for him?
Yeah, you know what? Just because I wanted to ask, you think you would ever return to any theater? Coming from a theater background, I'm very similar. Like I wanted to break into film so bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, film. But like, and I've gotten people who have been like, come be in my play. But the problem is like, I'm trying to break out of that. You know what I mean? It's not like I don't ever not want to go back, but I'm trying to establish myself over here first. So I just wanted to see where you felt.
Yeah, 100%. I think if it was coming at me now, I'd be in the same shoes. Like I'm trying to break out of it. I mean, I'm not trying to break out of it, but I'm saying as if like right now, it's time to like focus on what we're actually trying to do. And then, you know, maybe in 10 years, I could go do a Broadway play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be like a dream. You know, so the theater's never out of the book ever for me either. It's always on the table, just the right opportunity.
Yeah, well, I thought so. I was like, that's what I was thinking too. I just needed to make sure. I wanted to see. I was like, what
Yeah. No, theater's awesome. I love it.
We'll have to
I love watching theater.
We'll be on Broadway one day, and we'll have to get Logan to come be in a stage play with us.
I've never done theater before, so it'd be brand new. It'd be brand new for me.
Dude, be awesome.
That's a little scary, you know. Yeah. But no, I mean, dude, this was such a fun time, bro. Hopping on here and chatting with you. You gave some great answers, man. You're very well spoken. Really good stuff. You can kind of plug in your Instagram, TikTok for everybody listening right now, and then we'll be good, man.
Well, yeah, all my social media handles are at Evan Hufferd, EvanHufferd. That's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, really. And yeah, those are my main three.
All right, sounds good. Well, Evan, really appreciate it, man. Thanks for hopping on the pod.
Yes, and both of you guys.
Yeah, we'll definitely bring you on again, man. Whenever something
For sure, yeah.
Whenever you make it big, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I was talking
gonna happen, my boy.
And all three of us. All three of us. Yeah, let's do some, bro. Let's go to the casino cruise. I'm ready.
Casino cruise, baby. I was telling Logan about it.
Yeah, we'll make it happen, baby. Make it happen.
All right, you guys take it easy. Thanks for bringing me on. Y'all have a good one, man.
All right, have a great day, brother.
See y'all soon.
Later, man.